conversation is leading to universal consciousness. It's the type of stuff I'm into, all right? Make sure you tune in. Let's go.
Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, family, how you doing? I'm super fantastic. You know what today is? Freaking Friday! Ah, I'm feeling all the way some type of way. So tell your friend to tell your friend to tell your friend we ratchet today. Not really. Shout out to Flyboy Dizzy, who's on his way. He's going to help us today with Freaky Friday. That should be interesting. As far as news is concerned, there's a whole lot of it. So let's just jump into it. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to the personal trainer who gained 70 pounds just to help his client prove to his client that she can do it. How you just gain 70 pounds though? How you do that? On the Fit to Fat to Fit show, trainers gain weight so they can lose it alongside the clients they are working with. So you're fit, then you get fat to show me I can get fit. What kind of strenuous activity are you putting on your body? That's like binging. I'm going to binge eat, and then I'm going to binge exercise, then I'm going to binge eat. What kind of techniques are you teaching me? These are horrible lifestyle changes. No, but you know what? It's real life, though. How many of us binge eat and then binge work out and then binge eat and then binge work out? So this is A&E's Fit to Fat to Fit show. And to each its own. Because you ain't finna make me eat everything so we can be on the same level. You know what? And that's really what it is. Like, meet your client where they are. I get it. I'm good. You know what? I don't have that self-control. If I'm going to binge eat, I'm going to binge eat. When I'm ready to binge exercise, that takes place.
Now you're telling the truth.
I promise to tell the truth. Out of control patient dies after police officer uses a taser to subdue him during a mental health exam. Randy Nelson was 49 years old. He died on February 8th, 5 days after being tasered. Police in Athens, Alabama say the officers were called to the hospital to assist with an unruly patient. Nelson allegedly threw his gown and glass vials on the floor. When responding to police claim officers got permission from Nelson's mother to use the taser. Body camera footage of the incident will be shown to Nelson's family before being released to the public. It has yet to be released. I can't wait. We will be standing by. But that's crazy. The amount of wattage that goes through a person's system, you don't know if everybody's heart can handle that. Their cardiovascular system, we don't know. And I found the story that Reggie was talking about yesterday, that ISIS executing a 15-year-old boy by beheading after he is caught listening to Western music in Iraq. I had to go search it out. I had to seek it out. I had to do my own due diligence. And Reggie was absolutely correct. I could not imagine what his mother thought, felt. I couldn't. No, take me instead. Let him live his life. 2 LAPD officers repeatedly raped at least 4 women and threatened them with jail if they wouldn't perform oral sex. James Nicholas and Luis Venezuela are set to be arraigned on Thursday. This was a story from Wednesday, for raping 4 women repeatedly, sexually assaulting the woman between December 2008 and March 2011. They were arrested at various times by the pair for drug-related offenses. Venezuela is also charged with 1 count of assault with a firearm after allegedly pointing a gun at one of his victims. As you can tell, Luis Venezuela may not be white.
No, he ain't white.
But you can't sit here and say that all white officers, you can't, because we have a Latino.
I wonder if he's from Venezuela.
It doesn't necessarily mean that he is.
I don't know.
Could be.
He ain't from Venezuela.
No, probably not.
He's from one of them Latin countries.
Maybe not. He just might be from America who has the last name Venezuela.
Nah.
His family might be from somewhere.
That too. Maybe. Who knows?
You know what? In one of those Latin countries, babies with small heads will be dumped in orphanages because they are in so much pain. They cry all the time, and mothers cannot cope. This is sad. This is so sad. So, orphanages are bracing themselves for the influx of babies with shrunken heads. Thousands of babies born with tiny heads as crisis spirals out of control. Seizures and constant crying mean the babies need round-the-clock care. Mothers struggle to cope with the strain of raising a disabled baby alone. A lot of them are single moms, and they're raising a disabled child on their own. They insist Brazilian authorities are doing nothing to help support them. And the thing about, remember, these babies can't have, well, these children don't have the skills to speak. A lot of them can't walk. They can't do anything for themselves. And when you have a mother who's living in poverty, who's trying to take care of this child, I can imagine. So this reminds me of The Man in the High Castle. And in The Man with the High Castle, anybody who's disabled is put to death because they're a burden upon the state. It's a Netflix original. You have to see it. It's like when China and Germany end up ruling the United States. Absolutely amazing. And the reason why I brought that up is because one of the comments when I read this article, I like to read the comments because that really, I don't know, that breaks a lot of things down to how people's take on stories go. And one man made mention to getting rid of these babies. Like, why don't you just euthanize them? Put them out of their misery. They're a burden on the state. They're a burden on their mothers. Just euthanize them. And I'm thinking to myself, like, who says that? Who says kill all the babies?
Evil people.
You don't have to necessarily be evil. That's
evil. That's an evil act. You don't kill no babies.
I don't know, because this was actually a topic in one of my college classes about if you have a child that is a vegetable, can't do anything, can't walk, can't talk, can't even feed him or herself. Would you put that child out of their misery? And they tell you, like, Mom, Dad, I don't want to live like this. I see how much you guys are struggling to pay medical bills. You guys don't have a life. You're always taking care of me. Just put us all out of our misery. And I had to answer this question. It was an essay. I don't remember the answer.
Yes, you do.
I'm a mother. You already know what the answer was.
Nope.
We're going to get through this. We're going to pray our way till you can walk. That was my answer. In a nutshell, we're going to pray our way until you can walk.
That was a good answer.
But you know what? That is definitely a fear. That has always been a fear. As a parent, prior to my children being born, I was like, do all the tests you have to, because I was afraid that, what would happen if my child was disabled? Would I still love my child the same? Would I still?
You're Tayla Andre.
I'm Tayla Andre. That's why I was scared.
I think you would.
You think so?
Yeah, you think you would.
I think we don't know how we're going to react in any situation until we actually are put in that situation, because we have other people's lives. We hear stories about other people's lives, like, we wouldn't have done that. That wouldn't have been me. But yet, let yourself be in that situation. That's going to be you.
You're going to learn today.
So you guys know how I feel about SeaWorld. If you don't, let me explain.
Nope.
I posted a picture on Instagram, and it has this huge circle wrapping around a building. And it's like, this is the parking lot of SeaWorld. And then there was this like little itty bitty circle that was 1/248th of the big circle. And it was just like, this is where Shamu and his brothers and sisters live. And it was this little dot in comparison to this huge ocean of parking lot. And when you think that when you think about it, these animals swim thousands of miles to mate. They swim thousands of miles to eat. They swim thousands of miles because they can and they should. But yet we enslave them. If you're going to talk about equality, we're going to talk about all types of equality. We can't be selfish and just say humans are more important than animals. If we talk about equality, why is this animal not living in its own environment? And then you can observe this animal in its environment by paying more than $50 a person to go to SeaWorld.
Park.
So SeaWorld announces its new multi-million-dollar ride and aquariums going on to rebuild their image after the Blackfish backlash, which is the documentary, which you can watch for free online. The multi-million-dollar Ocean Explorer will feature an immersive submarine ride with research pods and aquariums. Guests will get an eye-to-eye view of octopuses and crab spiders and jellyfish. And some of these animals have never been seen before at the park. The construction of the attraction at the San Diego park is scheduled to start in the summer and to open late in the spring of 2017. That still doesn't mean that they're not going to have Shamu.
Nope.
As the article says, that doesn't mean Shamu's not going to be there. It just means that they're trying to clean up their image so you will go and spend your money. But again, I go back to the fact that you can't have this huge ocean of parking lot and keep a fish that swims thousands of miles in one little pool. You can't do it.
Then you wonder why they get irate and attack people.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially the trainers.
Listen, that's that mental health. I was reading an article really quickly about a shark that ate another shark, and they're like, we don't know why he did it. Because you took an animal out of its natural habitat. I don't care if it's a second generation or a third generation or it was born in the park. It's still in their DNA to swim all of these thousands of miles. It's still in their DNA to have freedom of choice of what fish they want and not the fish you freaking feed them on a daily, regular basis. Now, for instance, if I take you out of your home, kidnap you, first and foremost, that's kidnapping. Second of all, I keep you against your will. I bring you to this itty bitty space. I tell you, hey, human, you are the one that travels all around the world. At any point in time, you hop on a plane and go where you want to go. You can only be confined to this one room. Sometimes I might let you go into the closet, but you are confined to this one room. You're going to eat what I want you to eat. You're going to stay here. You're going to play. You are going to mate with who I want you to mate with. As a matter of fact, you might not even mate. I might inseminate you. We don't think about it like that. We're just like, oh, let's go see the Shamu. We have to think about what we're really doing when we're taking these children to the zoos and the curvature of the spine of the animal is inverted because that's what happens when they're in captivity. Turtles get, what are those things called? They're like octagon little things on their shells. And those those are turtles that are, in captivation.
Captivity.
Those are turtles in captivity, and every animal has its own side effect of being held captive. So just think about that next time you go to the zoo and the giraffes over there pacing back and forth, and that's real life at the Franklin Park Zoo. I went with an Ari and Asaria's field trip. I'll never pay for it. I'll never come out of pocket and go to the zoo, but I'll definitely go to chaperone for the kids. And when I tell you the giraffe was pacing back and forth, like he just came off of work, off a hard work week, found out his baby mama was pregnant, like he was pacing, Reggie.
Was he looking at you side-eye?
No, he wasn't. He kept on hitting his head against the post. And I'm like, nobody else sees this. Nobody else is worried about the damn giraffe. Of course not, because Tayla wants to see injustice in everything. And I do.
Wow.
Soldier wounded in an explosion will be the first person in the United States to receive a penis transplant.
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday. Just as soon as the donor with the same skin tone and age is found. Sidebar. Hell no. Where one of them Negros at? Can I get one of those ding-a-langs? It doesn't have to be the same skin color. Let me just get somebody else's. Where's Tyrone at?
Nah.
If I was a man, that's what I would do.
Two-tone.
Yeah. You're so ignorant.
Two-tone.
A wounded soldier will become the first to undergo a penis transplant in the United States. Patient lost most of his penis and sustained a serious groin injuries, injured in a bomb blast while serving in Afghanistan, reports suggest. Surgeons hope to perform the pioneering operation in the coming weeks. They say that the donated organ from a deceased man should provide a fully functional penis. But why you gotta be the same color though?
They do that with the dentist when you go get an implant.
Same age and same color.
When you go to the dentist, you need an implant or a flipper. They make sure that flipper is the color of the rest of your teeth too. Same thing. That's what they do.
Not I said to fly. If I was a man, I'd be like, yo, call up Tyrone. Where's his family at?
Nah, he'd be looking very awkward and look right.
Doesn't have to look right.
Listen.
You'll be able to slang something.
Listen. Black guy with a white penis. White guy with a black penis.
Listen.
Puerto Rican guy with a Chinese penis. Come on, man.
What does that look like?
I don't know. You tell me, Taylor.
What does that look like?
Hey, I just want some slang. Ain't that what you said?
You know what? You know what, though? That's going to be the next fetish on tastyblacks.com. That's going to be the next one. Wait for it. Wait for it. This story pisses me all the way off. I can't stand it.
Here we go.
Special needs student who is 8 years old. 8. Let's remind ourselves that the child is 8. Again, a child is handcuffed by police officers after having an emotional crisis. First and foremost, it is a special needs child. So it needs special needs. It doesn't need for you to handcuff it. Listen. This makes absolutely no sense to me. And no, you can't say it's because he was black. The little boy was white. I say it again and again and again. We are living in a police state. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Indian, Chinese. It does not matter. We are living in a police state where it's us versus them. And some of us are them. And I have had conversations with them. And they're like, you know, our department is changing because of the times. We are militarizing because the people are militarizing. And having this conversation with an officer and understanding why they are suited up like they currently are and the mindset that they have, it's not back in the day when Officer so-and-so knew your mom and dad and Billy was out getting drunk and, you know, Officer so-and-so followed you home to make sure you got there safely, told your mom and dad, make sure Tyrone doesn't do it again. Like, we're not living in those times anymore. We're living in a time where you don't know if the person in front of you is a terrorist or a friendly.
Whose fault is that?
Well, I feel like it's our fault because, first of all, the fact that you're thinking somebody in front of you is a terrorist or a friendly, why do you have so much military training to begin with? Because now you're coming into these streets with a whole bunch of civilians that do not have that mindset. Do we have 1% of crazy people out here doing crazy things? Absolutely. But I don't think 90% of our police force need to be militarized and have military training when you're working with civilians. Maybe for a special squad or a terrorist squad or a bomb squad, maybe like a special department to deal with those situations. But overall, I think officers should be officer friendly that comes into the school and knows kids by name. That's how you police.
You have a few of those. I know a few of those around, but not a lot. Need more.
Yeah, there are. Well, this didn't happen here. This happened in Texas. So
alrighty then.
But we can't sit here and base our experiences here in Massachusetts. Because we are very liberal. We're probably the most liberal. Maybe Vermont is a little bit more liberal, but we're one of the most liberal states in the United States. So we can't sit here and look at what we deal with, even though I'm getting text messages that are like, we deal with the same thing everyone else is dealing with. But how, if the baby is special needs, if the baby has, you know, socio-emotional problems, I don't know. Can we just use common sense? Well, Taylor, they didn't know it was.
Yeah, but
excuses.
Yeah,
it's a child still, nonetheless, at school. Now, mind you, he was hitting people and throwing books. Autistic children have.
Well, that's enough.
Yeah,
I guess.
I don't care.
Handcuff him.
So, true or false?
False.
Okay, a national disgrace, Second World War veteran who became the vocal white supremacist and Holocaust denier is buried in Arlington National Cemetery. Okay, because the individual is a veteran, should they be buried at the Arlington National Cemetery where vets are? Or because he was a white supremacist and a vocal Holocaust denier, does he need to be in a regular grave? He was a Nazi sympathizer.
He was all that too? True.
He renounced the United States after returning from serving in the World War II.
He denounced America?
He renounced the United States after receiving a Purple Heart. When he came back, he was a vocal white supremacist.
Put him in a local grave.
Popular anti-Semitic.
Put him in his backyard.
And anti-black racism group and the Liberty Lobby. They put him in Arlington National Cemetery on Wednesday.
Well, only in America.
There you go. Boo. There it is. But you know what? I really don't care. If we're not going to sit here and support terrorists on any level, then we shouldn't be supporting the ones that are embedded in our society.
Absolutely.
I don't care. You are a disgrace to your country. You didn't stand for the beliefs that we found ourselves on. No.
Yeah.
Why are we putting you in the most esteemed cemetery when you weren't the most esteemed person?
Maybe because some of them that are sitting in high places are, they have attributes like he does or did.
Or belief systems. We got a call on the line, 617-282-0062. Good rising, call you live. Talk to me, baby.
Personally, I think he should, because service and he served our country. Do you think that everyone that serves our country has our best interests at heart? I don't think so. But because he's a veteran, that's where they are laid to rest. And whatever his beliefs are, if he denounced once he came back, there are so many people that serve our country that are not for us, but they are veterans. They did their time, and I think he should. I mean, there's so many races of our own kind and races of all kinds that have the same views, just like you have your views. And say if you was a veteran, your family would want you to be buried in Arlington because you served the country. There's a lot of people that don't agree with what they do when they go overseas, but they went into the service knowing that they may be deployed. Some do one, some do many, but they come back damaged. They come back damaged. And their views could change from when they enlisted versus when they went overseas. They've seen trauma. They've seen a lot of stuff that we couldn't imagine.
Good point, baby. You know what? That is a very good point. And while you were talking, Anonymous hit me up and was just like, maybe he went overseas and saw what America was doing and was just like, listen, I can't stand for this. I can't support this.
I mean, or it could just be they see a lot of stuff that only we see half. They tell us what they want us to know.
Yeah.
I have an uncle that was in the service, and when he came back, he was not the same. He's fine, but he's still not the same person that he left. They see so much stuff over there you couldn't even imagine. So think of that. That's PSTD. So you're not the same person that you are when you go in there and enlist to serve our country. And that's not to say you shouldn't enlist, because that's your right. That's what you wanted to do. But the trauma that they endure, you're not the same person that you are when you enlisted. So because he's a veteran, that's just like homeless veterans. Do you think that they shouldn't get their due diligence? They shouldn't get their benefits? But they don't. They out in the street begging begging for money when they served our country, lost limbs, can't even remember their family. So because he's a veteran, I respect everybody's views. You can agree to disagree. You could be a racist, but he served our country, and he should get the same respect as anybody else because you don't know what he's been through.
Okay then, pow. I love you, baby. That.
And you have an awesome day, and it's Freaky Friday, so I'm getting ready.
Hey, you ain't the only one. 617-282-0062. Good rising, caller, you're live.
How you doing today?
Hello, Harrison. How are you?
Yes, Taylor. Look, I think that guy should be buried there because he deserves it. Why I say that? Are you see that?
Harrison, you know I'm just listening.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right. Yeah, he has all the rights to be there because he knows the truth. Because they're talking about Hitler killed 6 million Jews, all right? I mean Jewish people, and but when you do statistics, when you go to the World War II, 20 million Soviet people died. Okay?
Soldier people.
20 million. They never say anything about that. The guy is a racist because he knows that black people are the real Jews, okay, from Israel. That's why he's a racist. And he's two titles. He's a racist, he doesn't like black people, and he denies the Holocaust. That's why, because there was no Holocaust, okay? These people, they are getting over everything that Germany had. That's why Adolf Hitler chose to, destroy them. So once you see those people, they are from Soviet Union, okay? So Adolf Hitler had to do something with them. But the real Jews of Israel are the real black people in the America and the Caribbean. That's why he's like that. He knows the truth. And he has to destroy the black people also because they don't want us to go back to Israel. That's why you see right now Israel is getting a little bit of black people in the nation because the real people has to go back to Africa and Israel.
Harrison, I don't know where you get your information from, but shout out to you. Taquat, good rising. How are you?
Good rising, Taylor. I love Harrison too, man. That's my man.
Harrison, I didn't understand a thing you just.
I don't agree with a lot of the dudes' racist views and everything, but being a veteran, he served, especially if he served in wartime. I think he should be allowed the privilege of being buried at Arlington. I myself am a veteran, and I saw some things. There are things that I can talk about, and there are things that I've been briefed not to ever talk about. And I've seen the wickedness that this country does in our name that we don't know nothing about. The average Joe don't know nothing about it. It's just from here to China.
Hold on, but Taquat, let's talk about these things you were sworn to secrecy about. I don't ever tell.
Yeah, we on the world stage there, the whole world. So no, I won't do it. But suffice it to say, there are atrocities that this country does in the name of the citizenry. Our leadership do some stuff that makes them have no moral authority to say anything to anybody in the rest of the world. And as far as that fellow denying the Holocaust, there are Jews that deny the Holocaust. I got a clip on my page right now that somebody sent me of a Jewish fella saying that a lot of these so-called fabricators that there was no slaughter of 60 million Jews. There were no gas chambers, and there were no babies being thrown in the oven. There was only a few thousand people that got killed, and they fabricated these facts so that they can really pimp Germany and the rest of the world, and chase all over the world
taking back assets that they got from the slave trade in the first place. But that's an interesting thing, that that's beginning to lose its credence. That whole politically charged word, Holocaust denier, anti-Semite, all of that, it's beginning to fizzle out.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Chakwa. Love and appreciate you. I lost my train of thought. I don't know how we got to all this on Freaky Friday.
You read the story?
Yeah, that's true. I did read the story. I did. Really quickly, because I really want to get to this information. New training directs police in San Francisco to reduce the number of rounds they fire. Sounds like common sense to me. I'm going to post it on the Wake Up with Tayla Andre page because it just makes sense. Under new Oregon law, all eligible voters are registered.
My name is in there.
Under Oregon's new law, all eligible voters are already registered unless you opt out.
Criminals too? Ex-criminals?
Okay, so different laws work differently. Some states allow ex-felons to vote. Some states do not.
Is Oregon one of them?
That is an awesome question, and I don't know. I promise to tell the truth.
Research.
I know, absolutely. But I think, why isn't this common sense? Why isn't everybody who's a United States citizen, who's over the age of 18, why do I have to register to vote? Why can't I? Because I don't have to register to be drafted, and we have male congressmen trying to send women into battle, part of the draft. Let's add women into the draft. Let's add ladies into the draft. You guys want equal treatment, right? Let's enter you into the draft. I didn't say all that, though.
Phone's ain't ringing.
I didn't say all that.
Phone's not ringing.
That's okay. That's perfectly all right. But under new Oregon law, all eligible voters are registered unless they opt out. This just makes sense.
It does.
Do you know how many people who get their taxes done do not have
Not registered to vote.
No, don't have ID that's not expired. Do you know what you can't do with an expired license, an expired identification card, and an expired passport? First of all, you can't get in the damn club.
Trust me, you can't get no liquor.
You can't do anything with it. And then I'm like, why is your license expired for the last 7 years? Well, because I have tickets that I have to pay. I have excise tax I have to pay. I have child support I have to pay. Financially. So
those are some of the reasons.
But
Wow.
it doesn't make sense. Everybody should be registered to vote unless you opt out. And then when you go, you just, my name is such and such. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good rising, Kali Alive. Am I wrong? Should everybody should just be registered to vote?
You think outside the box and you think of this perfect world. We live in America. Even if that's
Ain't that America?
Even if you're registered to vote, do you know how many people don't exercise their right to vote? So you could be registered all day, every day. If you do not walk in there and say, my name is XYZ, and fill out your form, it's just like you're not being registered. There are so many people that do not vote. Our forefathers and forewomen have died to even have that opportunity, and there are so many people of all kinds that do not vote. So even if you have everybody registered, there still wouldn't be everybody going to vote.
That is true. I totally agree. But I do live in this utopia where I believe common sense should be freaking common sense. I do.
No, well, common sense does not rule America, and that's the land that you live in. So although it makes sense, a lot of things that make sense does not come to fruition because it's easier to be chaotic than to be comfortable. Common sense using it. Like, this makes sense. Why is nobody else thinking about it, or why we're not implementing it? That would be the easy thing and the right thing to do. We need chaos in order to cause divide. So it sounds good. A lot of ideas that a lot of people, whether you're in Congress, whether you're the regular male person, things that make sense do not always go into place, because that's the easy thing to do.
Baby, isn't that one of the things that I always complain about? Like, I understand laws, I understand policy, I understand order, but should not common sense take precedence over all of that?
No, that's why you have Congress and the Senate, so they can decline. They won't vote. They'll find filibusters. They'll find anything, so they don't even have to have that conversation of common sense things to do.
Okay, where you at?
Living in America.
Yes. Yo, that was dope. That was dope.
But this, I would take living in America
Okay.
than living
Just
somewhere
bust the
else.
bell.
As chaotic as we are, we have so many freedoms that other countries wish they even had. So although we are all jacked up, I'd rather be all jacked up right here.
All jacked up right here, making the best of it. Hold on, do it one more time, baby. Sing that song one more time.
Living in America.
Yeah.
Hey, feel like I'm ready for Freaky Friday.
We're about to get it popping, boo. Right now, we're about to get it popping. Hold on, but let me tell you one more thing, though. You guys have to go to the Wake Up with Taylor Andre page on Facebook, TaylaAndre. There's so many news stories that I want you guys to know about, like the University of Texas at Austin allowing students to carry handguns on purpose on campus. Sandra Bland's family suspicious and fighting to expose the death of the evidence. Listen. Yes. And I want them to keep fighting. Please keep fighting. Okay, fine. We'll just jump into Freaky Friday. So,
They don't keep fighting.
the question is, Freaky Friday, wake up with Taylor Andre, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 7. Let's talk about sex, baby.
Oh, boy.
Let's talk about you. Don't judge me, Reggie.
You know the words?
Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that make me. Let's talk about it a little bit.
Hey. All right.
So let's talk about this. Can you get cheating out of your system? So you and Bae are taking your relationship serious and you're like, yo, there's this one chick I want to smash though. So let me go smash this chick so I can get it out my system so we can be together. Or are you, a cheater is just a cheater? Is a cheater a person, or is a cheater like a decision? Can you get it out of your system? So if you say today, listen, we're going to break up for a moment. You're going to do your thing. I'm going to do my thing. And then we're going to come back in a week after we get all of this out of our system. Kiss who you want. Hump who you want.
That never leaves your system.
It never leaves your system.
Because once, see, when you think about intercourse, you think about sex. That's energy, man. That's DNA. That's flesh on flesh. And women are receivers and they're natural nurturers. So it's like, you know, you cannot, I don't think there's no such thing as getting cheating out of your system. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it. There's no getting it out or letting it in.
Then what is soaking your royal oats?
Really? You don't
Yes.
know what that is?
No, I'm saying, you say you don't get that out your system. What is soaking your royal oats? If that's the case. I'm so serious. 617-282-0062. Can you get cheating out of your system?
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Okay.
somebody just tweeted, are you talking about a free hall pass? Hall passes are when you guys are married, though, and you allow yourself to go smash someone else.
Jaden Will, I'm sorry.
Well, we don't know that for sure. They've never confirmed nor denied that. So in a sense, it's like a hall pass, but it's like pre us getting married hall pass, pre us, committing ourselves to one another.
Yeah.
I have a few people that I'm trying to get off my smash list, so my bucket list. So let me go handle this real quick and I'll be right back. Can you get cheating out your system, or is cheating just in a person? Like they're just a cheater?
Well, they say once a cheater, always a cheater.
Yeah, but
No. I think
you're giving me permission to go do what I want to do, I'm not cheating because it's permission.
Now, see, you talking about that pre stuff now. I don't know about all that pre stuff. I couldn't do that. I ain't doing that.
What do you mean you ain't doing it?
I ain't doing that. That pre stuff that allow you to go over there and smash before we get
Mr.
right.
Negative's calling. You know what he's about to say? Hold on. Let me.
Who's that? Who's that?
Mr. Nubian? Yep. So hold on. I'm going to tell you what I believe Mr. Nubian's going to say.
Black and white people.
Hold on. Wait. You ready for it? You ready for it?
All right.
The black man was never supposed to have one wife to begin with. We're supposed to have 4 or 5 chicks. As long as you can take care of them financially, emotionally, sexually, you can have as many women as you want. But the white man done taught us how to be. Hold on. Am I right, Mr. Nubian?
Yep.
I will put it this way. I think there's 2 types of mindsets.
Yeah.
There's the way we love and the way they love. And the first one, I don't think they love. I think they have lust. Our people, naturally, before we became westernized, we could be with one man, one woman. If you go to Africa, parts of the Caribbean, there's people who only had sex with one person their entire life. But I've never seen a westernized Negro with a white mindset that's faithful. Here in Boston, I know many couples that I can tell you right now. Maybe the 1,000 couples I know, only 3 of those guys are faithful. And the reason why they do that is because they like the comfort of home, but people go outside looking for things that entertain them. So to me, cheating is a character defect that's a European mindset. If you got that mindset, you're never going to be faithful because you're always going to want more. Every time you see something, I'm like, this is better. I want this. I want that. I don't think it's possible. I mean, every couple that I know that seems to be faithful are people straight from Africa who just been here the last 5 years or came here from some place in Southeast Asia. Like, I don't know any westernized couples who are born and raised here in Boston that are faithful. And even them church people, same thing.
He said it was church people. Lord have mercy. So I wasn't too far off. I knew what I was talking about when I said Mr. Nubia is about to call up here. Listen, I know you may not agree with what he said.
Yeah.
You don't have to agree with what he said. All you have to do is.
But you know what? You know, I think he has a point there because if you look at some of these movies that have white male actors and black female actresses, like take 12 Years a Slave for instance. Lupita Nyong'o when she was getting raped by her slave master. Did you see the movie?
Of course I did.
Did you see when he was on top of her and he actually drew on her?
Oh, Reggie.
Did you see that?
It's Freaky Friday, not Disgusting Tuesday.
Right. It's nasty. Nasty is freaky. Nasty is freaky. So yeah. So Mr. Nubian, I agree with you there. You know what I'm saying? As far as the lust thing and all that kind of stuff. Because I mean, they do glorify women. And they do put our women on pedestals and stuff like that, and they have a thing for them. It's uncontrollable. So yeah, I agree with you right there, brother. So I'm gonna keep talking until Taylor brings behind back to this microphone because she went to answer the door, and she's rushing back right now. So I'm keeping.
Stop snitching. You stop snitching. 617-282-0062. Can you get cheating out of your system, or are you just a cheater? Good rising, caller, you're live.
I'm back.
Uh-oh.
Who? Good rising, caller, you're live.
You got rid of somebody?
Hi,
It's you, baby. Hello. Hello, my love. Did your phone drop? I guess it did.
Uh-oh. Maybe it just shut off.
I'm here.
Yeah, what I have to say is that our past is what destroying us. When you see the fact that back in the day, right? Back in the day, every time, slave master had to buy like 1 man and 10 women. So what he did, he get that 10 women and impregnated by 1 man. So after 9 months, that slave master has like 19 more people on his plantation. Okay? That's what it was. So 1 man for 9 women or 10, 12 women. Because it's like an animal. So when we come to the modern day, we are free. So free. So we think the same about having people around. Having sex with people around is okay, but it's not. Because I can have somebody with me, you can go out there and cheat. It's okay. But when you come back, bring me the test after 6 months. Because
You
I
too.
don't want loyalty.
Who?
You too.
Because I'm not gonna cheat. So you better keep
You can
yourself
broadcast
clean
on
as
YouTube.
well. That's all I have to say.
That's dope.
Harrison, you have a lot to say. 617-282-0062. We got Flyboy Dizzy in the studio.
Hey,
Dizzy,
hey, what up?
Dizzy, can you get cheating out your system? Or are you just a cheater? So let's say you and your girl been rocking out for a while, you want to take things serious, and you're like, but I got a few chicks that I didn't pass yet. So do you?
Hold up, we gotta set this situation up a
Okay.
little bit better than that.
All right, fine. So you're dating a young lady.
How long y'all dating?
What do you mean how long y'all dating?
That's important.
No, why is it important?
It's very important.
Put it on your lip.
Some people, it's timing, I think.
Okay,
You know?
so the time is that you want to get serious, she wants to get serious.
Also, we both want to
Yeah,
get serious.
we both want to get serious, but we're a little nervous though. Like, I need to get some things out my system. I'm young, you're young, but we want this thing. But maybe we don't even have to be young. There's just a few people that I want to smash. I want to get this out my system before I dedicate my whole sexuality to one person.
Yeah, before you go in and say that you want to be serious, you have to take care of those things. Or, you could, come along somebody that is okay with it. Is this different?
Okay with me cheating. Like,
Not cheating. It's not cheating if they're telling you to do it.
so you, no.
I've seen various different situations. Some people want to make it work. It's all about how bad you want to make it work, and also the person that you're across from. So, for somebody like me, I wouldn't like that. Like your girlfriend or your boyfriend giving you a pass to step out and do what you need to do. Because some people actually believe that we're not supposed to be with just one person.
617-282-0062. Good rising, caller, you're live.
Good morning. I believe that a cheater will always be a cheater unless they want to change for themselves. Because if you're with someone and you need to take a break to go finish something else with someone else, you may like what that person is giving you and want to stay with that person, and you forget about the other person you were supposed to be with or want to get serious with. So I think if you're on a break or something, you shouldn't want to finish anything with someone else. You should just want time to yourself, because if you want to finish something with someone else, then you're not ready to with the other person.
Okay, that's a good point. But how many people do we know that, as soon as their boyfriend, girlfriend breaks up, they go and smash somebody real quick, and then it's like, oh, but we broke up, and
Exactly.
It doesn't count. It's like, it does count.
Because we live in a society where people's opinions matter.
Say that again, baby.
It happens a lot, but it shouldn't happen if you want to be with that person. Because then you might end up liking that other person more than you like the one you're supposed to be with. That
Hold on,
and you
hold on.
want to
Ask
get
her.
serious with.
Ask her.
Have you ever cheated on someone?
No.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Yeah.
Why do you think you were cheated on?
Because they probably wanted to finish something, but
How long were you speaking to the individual prior to making it official? Or were you guys ever really official? That's what I'm talking about. There's sometimes a gray area where you may feel as though this dude is with me, he's serious about me, and he might not be ready. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying I'm not ready, but it all depends on the situation. You could have thought that you guys were in a monogamous relationship, but he could have been like, oh,
nope.
I'm doing my thing.
on the situation, but it was 2 years in a serious, but when people get mad, they do things and then they try to come back.
Yes, he tried to come back.
Try to come back. I got you. Thank you, baby. 617-282-0062. Can you get cheating out of your system, or are you just a cheater?
Can you get cheating out of your system, or you just a cheater? We on Periscope right now.
We're Periscoping. What's your Periscope?
Flyboy Dizzy, I think.
Flyboy.
FLYBOI. DIZZY. Yeah, it's through my Twitter. So we got about 20 people in here, and
Hey, good rising.
Yeah, we're gonna ask them some questions and see what they can say.
617-282-0062, or you can Facebook Periscope TAYLA or Flyboy Dizzy FLYBOI DIZZY. Good rising, caller, you're live.
Good rising. Is it me?
V from Tennessee.
It is B from Tennessee. I am supposed to be on the road, but I can't miss Freaky Friday. So I'm going to Alabama in a minute, but I gotta speak on this real quick. So I think if you're going to cheat, it's a level of maturity in your life. Early, like before your 30s, I'm thinking if you're really committing to somebody at an early age, you gotta be real careful, right? So it's a level of maturity. People deciding what they want to do, who they want to be with. But I think once you get with that person, that mutual reflection of you, I don't really know if there's very much room for trying to keep testing the water, you know, because you don't want to miss out on what you have, you know? So as you get older, those tendencies should go away a little bit. And the reason why I say that is because I've been through it before. I've thought about it in my early 20s. Yeah, I like her, a little bit here, a little bit there. But as you get older and you really understand what it means to connect with someone, you can't do that. You have to draw a line somewhere, you know?
My God.
Is it making sense what I'm saying? You can't keep doing that forever. You don't want to be 50 years old still trying to figure out if you want to test the water. It's not going to work.
Okay. B from Tennessee, thank you for checking in. You know we love it and appreciate you. Hope you have a safe trip to Alabama. Anytime. Good rising, caller, you're live.
Good rising.
Talk to me.
Yes. Now, you know, I know you're a Googler, so there's a word I want you to look up. You know what nymphomaniac is on the female side, but on the male side, I want you to look up the term rake or rake hell. Right? There's no folks that just stick with it, will never get it out of this. They're sex addicts, like everyone hates cheating on Halle Berry. You know,
if you fuck up one good time,
you know, there's some people that are just.
What you think about that?
They don't be like that.
He said if you fuck up one good time and then you come to your senses.
I don't know.
Ask Cole what they think about that.
Taqua. I don't know what that word is. I try to look it up.
I'm not at work. I'm an artist. I'm a rapper. If you go to my own bio, check on my website. But we here. Guest hosting tonight. This morning. The radio
Rake Hell. Okay.
It's her show.
I don't know what this is.
I'm just visiting guest host. You feel me?
And everything else is popping up. So I'll look it up afterwards. But do you want to tell me really quick?
Cheating is whack. It's undeserved.
And you know they call them rake for short. But the context is it says that they'll be raking the coals in hell for their behavior. Because the mythical Casanova was a rake, and he was knocking off the nuts. He was raising the convent, and you know the nuns were waiting for their turn.
So that means I got to do a whole lot of reading. That's more than Google. That's reading.
What does that mean?
But really quickly, Dizzy, what was the question that Periscope is over here asking?
If you cheat, well, they say that one of the ways that they think you can get over it, and we're just trying to figure out if people think that this is true, that if you do cheat and you get caught in the act, or if it's real bad, then you know not to do it again. Like, you do it once.
You knew not to do it in the first place.
And then you don't do it. I don't know.
What if you get caught one good time? Like,
see, I have never cheated in my life, so therefore.
Dizzy.
What?
Dizzy.
So.
Look at my face.
Your face.
You have never cheated.
Never.
Ever.
Never. But let me clarify that a little bit, because this is also because to me,
what is cheating? Dizzy?
Exactly. You have to get that out the way first. I think that it's when you go there, when you go all the way there, sexual intercourse with someone outside of your relationship.
Pause. So you don't think that you can cheat emotionally?
See, that's what I've been.
You're an emotional cheater.
I'm not an emotional cheater. I'm just a nice person. You know what I'm saying? So,
yo, where's Twitter? I'm going to tweet this.
No, because you think about it, like, you know, some people haven't been in relationships. I've been in one relationship as an adult, so it's kind of hard to go from being a single individual and just like, whoever you become in your relationship with, they just want you to like send out a mass text to all the women that you've been dealing with. Or
Hey,
been
so
with.
if I CC'd every girl that I CC around.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not.
Come on, Dizzy, come on.
No, I think that's cheap.
You don't think that's keeping your options
But entertaining
open?
people, no, I really don't. I don't.
So entertaining people isn't cheating.
It's been positioned to me that way. When you say it that way, it does sound bad. However, if you take care of what you need to take care of, then your person isn't gonna have no reason to go elsewhere. That's how I feel. It's those vulnerable times where you're in a situation and instead of communicating with me, right, we're arguing or you want to turn the cheek or not talk to me, then all of a sudden I got somebody in my DMs, or I got somebody like, oh, you look nice today, or and it's just like conversations start that way. So, I think that if you take care of home will take care of you.
So you're an emotional cheater. That's
I'm not an emotional cheater. I'm not a cheater. I've never cheated before. No.
Physically, you've never
physically
gone
cheated.
there.
It's hard. I'm a man, so
it's
that there's only two species on this planet that like stick with their mate forever.
What?
It's a penguin and an eagle.
That's not true.
Very true. Kangaroos are hitting all the kangaroos in the jungle. Lions, they king of the jungle. It happens.
Dolphins.
It happens.
Dolphins are bisexual.
I don't know about that, but it's true. And there's nothing wrong with being loyal to the person. I just feel as though you need to take time. It takes a while, though.
Hold on, praying mantis are loyal too because after they have sex, they let your head off.
We talking. That's like insect stuff. We talking about warm-blooded individuals.
Okay,
you feel me?
I have to debunk this. There has to be more than two species.
Yeah,
of
really.
mammals.
It is like a penguin. The first penguin is with. They're with them forever. And I want to say an eagle.
That are
other than that,
nice.
Everybody else is getting it in.
You're so serious.
I'm serious, but I think it's just I feel like we're in a generation now where it's like people. You see people, married
and
50
turtles.
years.
Turtles.
Oh, okay, turtles. Well.
So it's not just two.
Okay, 3. All right.
So what are you trying to say?
You gotta take your time.
Humans shouldn't.
You gotta take your time. I feel as though if you're comfortable with your situation and the person that you're across from, but that takes so much time. It takes so much time. There's things that you find out about someone years down. That's why people 50 years married, you guys get divorced. Big Ann just got, before she passed away,
She didn't die, actually.
She didn't die?
Yeah, I read a report that she's still battling cancer.
Who told you that?
Even though she's,
Who told you that?
Die.
Who told you that? It was on E. Don't do that.
Hold on.
Come on, the whole story. She's passed away. God rest her soul. I think. Because you're telling me new information, but I'm gonna take E's word for it. Actually, yeah, I'm with it because the show producer came out and said that she passed away.
The show producer.
She had throat, brain, and lung cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she just left the person she was married to.
TMZ said my wife, Big Ann, says that she's still alive even though she's fighting for her life.
TMZ?
Yep, TMZ.
I don't like TMZ. They won't leave Kanye West alone.
Lord have mercy. Okay, so for those, somebody just had to text like, Taylor, what do you guys talk about this rising? So we got Flyboy Dizzy in the studio this rising. We play his music. We love your music.
Thank you so much.
Same-ish. That's my favorite song.
Oh, I'm going to shoot the video. You're going to be in it?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are asking for Freaky Friday. Everyone's like, I miss Freaky Friday. Freaky Friday, can you get cheating out your system or are you just a cheater? Can you say, listen, we're together. I just want to smash a few people real quick, and then I'm all yours for the rest of our life.
But people aren't going to be honest. People want to tell you what they think you want to hear.
No.
Because if that's the case, there will be a lot more marriages. There will be a lot more people together. Why is it? Why is this pattern? And it's not for one group of people, one demographic. It's not for one particular group. Mm-hmm. Everyone. It happens because
Asians stay together though.
But you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. It may look like that, but it might not be like that. Like there are some couples that, they have so much business with each other that they can't afford to mess up their family.
House of cards.
So they're like living completely different lives, but come together for other people's sake or for the business or different things like that. So it just takes so much time though.
So hold on, all right, getting it out of your system. Can you smash your ex one last time to get it out of your system?
Can you smash your ex one last time to get it out of your system?
Yes.
No, you'll never get it out. You can't get it out of your system. No.
So you just answered the question. You can't get cheating out your system.
That was a trick question. You can't do that to me. But it depends. And what situation are you in? Because if you're single and you left the relationship and that was the only person that you were
But
dealing with.
sometimes y'all be trying to mess up the relationship to become single so you can go handle some
No,
business.
that's not true.
Male and female. I don't mean
I was
y'all.
gonna say that
Male
because
and
there's some
female.
women that like to do that to get into a relationship because they don't want to be considered a garden tool. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, well, that was my boyfriend when I did it. But lady, you had 12 boyfriends in last year. Like, okay, they were all your boyfriends, but
all of them. Exactly.
People have ulterior motives, man. But I do think that if you're single and you're messing with your ex, you can't get that. That's like it's a comfort zone for you. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how serious you guys were.
So we have a message over here, 617-282-0062, TAYLA-ANDRE, or you can head over to Flyboy Dizzy's Periscope, FLYBOIDIZZY. Cheating is a word used by people to claim ownership over their mate, as in, that's my man, that's my woman. We don't own anyone. It would make more sense to, one, accept that individual for who they are, meaning if you're with a person who likes to sleep with other people, you shouldn't aim to change that person. Two, adapt to who the individual is and grow with them, because trying to tame people doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
Cheating doesn't mean anyone loves their mate less. It means they're being faithful to themselves and their own nature.
That's an ill answer. That's right on point. It's on point.
You think so?
Because there's so many people. You're basically saying, all right, how you are, whoever you come across, and whoever you think is attractive, and whoever catches your eye, and you think is a gentleman, and all this other great stuff that you're into, is supposed to believe exactly what you believe. The chances of that happening are very slim.
Okay.
There's so many people in this world. So what he's basically saying is, or he or she, I don't know who wrote it.
It's a him. Shout out to Sonny.
Yeah, you gotta be able to. There's gonna be certain things when you get in a relationship. It's gonna be like, okay, these are things that, you know, they might get on my nerves, but we can kind of like
compromise.
But there's core values and things that you should base your relationship off of that should be mutual between the both of you. But if someone's an nympho, you got to know that going in. It's kind of like when people go, you know, you met your girlfriend at the strip club and you expecting her to be faithful. It's like, well, wait a minute. There's certain things you got to think about that before you make those decisions.
Okay.
It's very true.
So you
can't take it personal. Cheating is not a personal thing. It's not like everybody wants to make things personal. It's about you. It's not about you.
It is personal. I wasn't good enough, so you had to seek otherwise.
So but you don't know that he cheated on the last 3 people he was with before you. So it's personal. It's not personal. People have problems. It's true. People have problems. It's okay to say it.
It's not about me.
It's not about you. You can't make everything about you.
617-282-0062. Can you get cheating out your system? We got Flyboy and Dizzy in the studio. This rising call you live. Super fantastic. Fix your phone, baby.
It's not my phone, it's my voice.
There it is.
You got that cheating voice.
You know, it's called commitment. And I think so many people nowadays are so used to making the excuse or making excuses about why they cheat and why they do what they do. Make the excuse that you want to commit. You know, like the man said, it's two people in a relationship. If both are saying they want to commit, then they both have to commit. You can't go into it thinking, oh, I'm going to use this excuse. I need to get it out of my system. No, that's an excuse. You know, if you're going to commit to somebody, that should already be out of your system. If it's not out of your system, then don't commit to one person.
But we fall into commitment sometimes. Sometimes we meet that bomb person that we're really feeling, but I was in this, you know, rhythm of soaking my royal oats.
Soaking your royal oats. Like I said, you're not ready to commit. You just think you are. You have to understand, you know, you have to think about not just your feelings, but other people's feelings too. You know, I mean, you just can't keep going. When we're younger, we're bound to make mistakes. That's what being young is about. You make mistakes, you're supposed to learn from your mistakes. When you get to a certain point, you know, a certain age, you get a certain wisdom, you should know better. You know, that's like when you're younger, you know, you touch the stove, you told not to touch the stove, you do it anyway. You burn yourself. As an adult,
waking up with Tayla on the Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 7. We got Dizzy in the building. Hold on, but let me ask you a question. What is soaking your royal oats? What is that? What are we doing when we're soaking our royal oats? And why is that even a saying if you're not getting something out your system?
It's an old thing. Y'all is just sleeping around. It's getting, you know what I'm saying?
Give him kisses.
It's getting well, for men, I know for men it was for getting your, you know, spreading your seeds, you know, around the field, per se. You know, you're sleeping with as many women as you can to get it out of your system. Men are supposed to be, you know, fruitful and multiplied. You know, it's just somebody or society took it and ran with it. That's all that is.
That's all that is. You know what?
With it, that's all it is. You know, and it became acceptable areas. You know, certain cultures it became acceptable. You know, like you say, a man can sleep with like 10 women and he's a stud, he's a man, but like the same woman do that, you know. You know what I'm saying? You know, it ain't no real difference. It's just, you know, it's with perception.
I want
you know, it's what society wanted it to be. That's all it is.
I'll show you why. Okay. I don't necessarily agree because I don't know what I think. I think I'm on the fence with this one. I'm a single woman. I'm not married. So I maybe am soaking royal oats. So
fine. No, that's fine. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. That's fine. What I'm saying is when you're ready to commit and you know that you're ready to commit and you start to see someone and they want to commit and you show that they.
Did we lose you?
I don't know.
I think we lost him.
He was going ham.
There it is. Okay, so all right. I feel you. I do. I really do feel you. But sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes you jump into a relationship before it was time. Like your feelings, your emotions, especially if you have sex with that person, you automatically have all those chemical, emotional, spiritual connections. Like Reggie said earlier, you know, you have that ties. You have that energy, that connective energy. Sometimes, not all the time, you jumped into that, jumping out the window with this one a little bit too soon. And so you're realizing, like, yeah, go ahead.
Let me cut you off. I apologize. Let me ask you a question. You know, at what point, you know, do you get that out of your system? Do you decide to stop? At what point do you decide to stop? You're messing with people's feelings now, not just your own, you know what I'm saying? Not just your body, but your feelings too. You're messing with someone else's feelings, someone else's body. You know, at what point do you make a decision? You know, because all the chemical stuff in a relationship, we all understand all everything. But bottom line is, it's a decision. You've made a decision to commit to be with this one person. Do you stand by your decision? At what point do you stop making, you know, excuses about why you're going to do something? So that's all it is. It's a decision. You know, commitment is a decision.
That's a great question. Now, this goes back to the fact that why don't we have marriages anymore? Why aren't we getting married? Why aren't we staying married? And the reason.
We got more examples. We're watching too much TV where, you know, you got people who come from good families with their parents. They come from two-parent home where they've been married forever, but they out here marrying this person and that person. I saw this thing on Facebook where you have, was it Janet Jackson married 3 times, J-Lo married 3 times, and I think it was Halle Berry married 3 times. But you have the man, Pamela Mann and her husband, they've been married 27 years.
It's not cold, I'm telling you.
Bad examples. You know what I'm saying? We pay too much attention to bad examples and not enough to good examples.
So, okay, what about all of the people that have mothers and fathers that have been married for years and still they're soaking oats? Like, well, all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, when people get divorced, what are the things that they say that we got married too soon? I wasn't ready. I didn't get certain things out of my system. So the question is, can you get them out your system? Can you just smash and get all of this out of your system so you can become or be a faithful person? Or are you always, or is just cheating decisions and it's not like something that you can just get over?
It's a physical thing.
That's one. Start at the beginning. We jump into relationships way too quick. We start having sex with people way too soon instead of getting to know that person.
We're gonna make it happen.
And you know what?
Somebody.
I think that is the moral of the story. At the end of the day, that is the moral of the story. As we jump into relationships entirely too quick, knowing that we have unfinished business with ourselves that we need to take care of.
And it's really not the norm. It's what we made the norm. It's not the norm. There's nothing wrong with getting to know somebody. You know what I'm saying? Sex is gonna come. That's a given. You know,
the norm is being married.
Sex is gonna come. You know, you don't have to rush into that. It's gonna happen. You know, I think as you get older, you understand that more than when you're younger. When you're younger, you think you have to jump on everything. You learn as you get older that it's, you know, sex is good, sex is great, sex is fine.
Tell them to call it 617-282-0062.
Having sex with someone, you still gotta look at
The
that.
number's right behind you. Thank you, baby. Love it. Appreciate you. Hope you have an awesome day today. And, you know, you don't have to agree. You don't have to disagree. Whatever your opinions are, 617-282-0062. I have some messages over here, some Facebook. And do we have any Periscope questions?
Not right now. They're being quiet. They're just enjoying the show.
After you taste cheating once, it's like a drug. When you get caught, you are put into remission, but the desire for cheating is still beheaded in you. And if embedded in you, if the wrong situation presents itself to you, you will relapse.
That is a thrill seeker. See, that's an identity. That's something that's in that person's characteristics, in his code. He's basically saying, you get away with it. It's a rush, so I'm gonna do it again. It has nothing to do with you. It's not personal.
So you really think cheating has nothing to do with the other person?
Not at all.
Ever.
Never.
Okay, so let's
go back to the beginning. I'm trying to tell you.
Let's go back to the beginning of the conversation when you said, if you ignore me and somebody else slides in my DMs.
Those are things that allow. Those are surrounding. Those are essential pieces. Those things allow it to happen. But that would be just like, this is kind of like a completely different example, but like a serial killer. They have a sickness. It's you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, well, this person. Sometimes it is like a retaliation thing, but you know, DC Sniper or different people, they going in the movie theater and just letting, because it's a sickness. There's something wrong with that person, and they're not seeking help for what their sickness is.
So can you seek help for cheating? Is there?
I think so.
There's a solution.
I think, of course.
There's therapy.
Yeah, it's like that person that gets thrills from it. He's thrill seeking. It's not a personal thing.
Okay.
I don't think.
Other question. I have an ex-boyfriend that I've known 20 years plus. We're still very good friends to this day. He's willing to continue taking care of my needs whenever I need it, even though he is with someone. He said he would never get me out of his system.
See, that's
you
tough.
guys just might as well be together. Hold on, y'all been messing with each other for 20 years.
But you gotta understand, when you're with someone, let's say there's children's involved as well. You know what I'm saying? With them, he might be attached to that for life.
Okay, yeah, because it's your wife, your BM, your kids, your family.
So it's like, you know, if no one else is stepping up and doing the job, I guarantee you, if that woman had a man in her life that was taking care of her, she ain't even answering his phone calls.
But he said he can't get her out his system.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with her? We all have choices. So you're entertaining that. You're allowing that. You're keeping that avenue open. You could shut that down. But what I'm saying is, if she don't have nothing going on, she wants to soak in her whatever y'all talking about.
You never heard that?
I never heard
Coming
that.
to America, my son is going to soak his royal oats.
Yeah, okay. I heard it. But I never really knew what it meant. But
I still don't know what it means. I'm still waiting for somebody to explain it to us.
Yeah. I don't really.
Can you get cheating out of your system? She said, we've known each other 20 years. We haven't been fooling around for 20 years.
So what? Ask her. I want to know. So, like, we're talking about this individual. You guys haven't been messing around with 20 years, but in 2016, there has to be something going on for you to be talking about this man that's in a whole nother family. What is he, just taking care of your bills? He just pays? Like, what is he? Is he there for to listen to you? Like, what's the hard part about letting go? Just because somebody wants me, that don't mean that I need to keep that avenue open for them. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there like, we need to be together. But if I'm not interested and I'm not even looking in that direction, then it's never hurt.
I got you.
20 years. I mean, that's a long time. So that's the thing where it becomes a loyalty thing, a friendship thing. Like, you know,
we're just so
clearly he's not thinking about her enough to where he's making her his wife again. So, you know, some people like to have their cake and eat it too. there could be a
That
number
is
of
the
different
dumbest saying ever. Of course I want to eat my cake.
because that's how we are.
I'm just going to stare
We're
at it?
people.
What am I going to do with the damn cake?
Exactly.
Other than eat it. It's the dumbest thing. We have another call on the line, 617-282-0062. I want to know, talk to me, baby. Can you get cheating out of your system, or are you just a cheater? Can you go ahead, listen, I'm sick of you cheating on me. We're going to break up. You can do whatever you want. But when we get back together, it better not happen again. How many chicks are in relationship? How many dudes are in relationship have been cheated on? Which is like, are you done now? Like,
sometimes a lot of these people do things for the individual too, where they're like, I don't want to mess this up. So you have people that have money. There's certain people, like I've come across women where they're like, this person was good to me in the beginning. He had a lot of money, or he had this, he had that.
That's not love, though.
He never loved me.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you seek that. I was like, how long are you going to be able to put up with that? You know what I'm saying? So some people stick around for their own reasons, personal gain, you know what I'm saying? Instead of self-respect, things like that. But, everyone's different.
617-282-0062.
I'm not a cheater, so it doesn't matter.
Good, right? You are an emotional cheater, Disney. Good rising, caller. You're live.
Good morning.
Good rising, my love. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm well. Talk to me, baby.
I don't know. You got this somehow.
Put it on your lip. Put it on your lip.
Whoa. I know this is Freaky Friday, but cut it out.
No, I told you to put it, no, not on Friday. You better not bring your kids. People don't have to bring kids on Friday.
Put it on your lip. Put it on your
Hey, I told you to put it on your lip.
Oh, that's me?
I sure did. Rewind. You'll find it.
Oh.
Well, call us. Speak up for me, because your phone isn't the greatest.
All right. So I don't know if you can get you said get the cheater out your life, or can you get cheating out of your system?
Can you get cheating out of your system? So can you, like, prior to going into a relationship, I really like this girl. I'm feeling her. She's a good girl. I don't want to mistreat her. But I got a few shorties on the side that I'm trying to smash real quick. Can I get this out of my system?
So it's a wide range, but if you don't want to cheat, you're not going to cheat. Period. It's real simple.
Does that change?
That's simple. If you don't want to cheat,
you don't want to cheat. Nobody wants to cheat on the person that they first. But it's like, what if they change? What if this person that you thought you just
put it all want to do?
They don't want to do
females out here too, man. They be acting. They play the role. They play the role of the guy too. And it'd be like, yeah, we ain't together, but yeah, I come see him when I want to go see him. No matter he got a girl, you can't put it all on the dude.
No, we gotta get personal with these people, man.
So
what is hypothetical shit?
Same mindset, like,
get this nigga on the line.
I want to go see him.
Are you in a relationship?
Period.
Are you in a relationship?
Yeah.
Hey, see that now we can speak from that perspective. That's why he's talking from that perspective. Have you ever been cheated on before?
Yeah.
What do you think the reason was that? What that was for?
Yeah, you know what? To be honest, I can't say I've been cheated on.
Yo, you just fucked up his whole life.
More or less the situation was, I wanted to go down the street and now road, but that conversation wasn't had. So
exactly,
so we had mixed signals. They wasn't ready. But I'm just saying, like, I know a female, but we were in the same situation, 20 years plus. We're dealing with each other back and forth, off and on, But it was.
Hold on, time out. Are you the male to the female that just Facebooked us?
Nah.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like he was like, oh, like how he said, obviously the dude didn't think enough of the female to make her his girl.
Exactly.
You can't say that, because the female I was in was like, it's too good to be true. She couldn't trust that, she could be my girl and we would be good. Because, what I'm saying, like that, I can't explain it, but that was her word. She's like, I couldn't trust the fact that I've known you for so long, and we've always, moved around, that when the opportunity presented itself for her to be number one, she didn't want the job. Because she was like, she can't trust that, she'll take the job and it'll all be good.
So hold on, what did you just say?
He's saying basically that she because they was messing around and how they were handling whatever they was handling over that those many years, that she couldn't trust that he'd be faithful to her. if they got together.
Well, I can understand that, especially if I know that what you've done to other people. Like I've known you for 20 years.
Yeah,
I know how you act. I know how you are.
How you lose them?
I don't even know if anybody's listening to this. I'm about my brother's
Scotland, what up?
Right. I know this, like I said, I know for 20 plus years, right? When we first got together and then we went our ways, and I've been with her with every boyfriend she had except
But you
one.
hear how he's talking?
I've
been with her. He's possessive over her.
Hold on. Say it again, Dizzy.
But you hear how you're talking about this woman? I've been with her. You have possessive. You're possessive over the girl, man.
He's
like, I'm not the one that walked away from the situation. She's the one. So that's what I'm saying. You can't, because you're putting it all on the
And he's still like, yo, that's my girl.
That's what I'm saying. He really wants her. That's why he's going to stick around, because it's a boy he's trying to.
Out there, like, no. Women walk away from situations too. Women control situations too. So you can't just put it on the guy.
That's true. That's very true. That's real true. Do you know she's dealing with somebody right now?
Yeah.
So she's dealing with somebody right now. See, that's the thing, man. People, you never know how she was living. You know what I'm saying? Even though they was getting up and linking up.
I haven't had no dealings for like 2 years now because something personal happened between her and I. But up until then, like I said, 20 years plus. So, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just put it on the dude. And like I said, I'm going to take the back seat. I'm going to say she controlled what was going on and when it was going on.
Wow. All right, baby. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to say, in all honesty, he sound hurt. He sound like he really miss her.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. We can miss people that.
What's Jordan Sparks' boyfriend's name? Jordan Sparks' boyfriend. He posts on
Sage
Instagram.
Gemini.
Yes, he missed her so much.
Yeah, he's a cool cat too.
He missed the hell out of him.
And there's nothing wrong with that though.
And there is nothing wrong. I think it was sweet.
But you know, it is. But social media, they're gonna give him issues.
He's supposed
for that.
to be here.
And then you also it's all about how you living. You know
I love you. Yo, that was so sweet. I was like, aww. Yeah. Good rising, Carly, alive.
He's wiping.
See how you doing?
Hey, APPLE, what's going on?
Nothing much. The words you want, you got a pen and paper? Spell this well.
Go ahead.
SSATY RIASIS.
You gotta do that again. I can't even use my phone. You gotta do that one more time.
Do it again.
SATY RIASIS.
Excessive or abnormal sexual desire in male compared to
Hey, there you go.
So that's the male nymphomania, which is still a theory.
Put it on.
So it's like hyposexuality.
That's right.
Okay. And excessive masturbation.
It's an issue, see? That's what I told you. It's
a mental health issue.
Yeah, very, very much so.
I put it out there on Facebook, you know what I mean? Somebody put it to me when a kid masturbated like 46 times and, you know what I mean, broke off. He died.
Oh, I read that story. Yes. He masturbated. It was like 56 times. He masturbated like 57
consecutively?
times. And it came off. Like it broke.
Consecutively? He kept doing it?
Yes.
Well, that's...
Put to his hands, poor thing. You know what I mean? And just, well, you know. But the question is,
Hold on, pause. You guys remember the story that I read earlier about the veteran that was waiting for the penis transplant? Hey, this man just took off his penis. Go ahead and put it on somebody else.
I'm not even gonna touch that one. Pause. On the way.
Listen, I didn't come up with the story. I just read it. There's a veteran who had a groin issue and he's missing a penis, and all they're waiting for is a penis, and the boy just died. So go ahead, put that on ice. And he'll be slanging in no time.
Oh, man.
Good rising, Carly, you live.
Oh, man.
It's me?
It's you. Good rising.
Good rising. Good morning, Taylor, and your, co-host there in the building.
What up?
We got Disney.
What up?
Pray God. I think it depends on what type of cheating you're talking about. Because if we're talking about lust, everybody loves. And I believe that. Not even the religious people that say they're religious.
Everybody out here sinning.
You feel me? But like, if it's like physical like where you having intercourse with another human being. I believe it's possible.
Hold on, because Dizzy said the same thing. Sometimes cheating has nothing to do with penis and vajayjay.
You gotta say that. It's emotional.
Yeah, sometimes
you're entertaining someone else.
No, somebody you could be emotionally attached to somebody. You could be, oh, that's just my friend, but you guys have an emotional relationship. You guys have.
Explain that a little bit more.
What do you mean? Explain that a little bit more.
That's just your friend. Are you one of those people that when you get with someone, it's like you can't have no friends?
Absolutely not.
Every girl that looks at you, she gotta go this way.
Absolutely
Let me see
not.
your phone.
I still have friends that were here before you. They're gonna be here after you. They were here before the one that was before you. They're not going anywhere.
Okay.
Emotionally, it's very hard for people to move on emotionally, but physically, yeah, you could definitely start the whole physical having intercourse with somebody else while you're in a relationship. But apparently, emotionally,
people hurt people. I've heard that.
That's almost impossible to move on from.
Okay then, all right. I hope you guys. This has been an interesting conversation, and it led me to believe that everybody cheats. Everybody is cheating out here, whether it's
everybody in a committed relationship. I think so. It's possible.
I don't even believe that there are committed relationships.
No, that's not true. Solely because love is we're forgetting that aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to remember some of these people that are stepping out. It could just be a situation like a girl could love a man so much. Like I talked to some girl at a party one time, and she was like, my man comes up short in certain areas, but I love him. That's my man. Mm-hmm. So there's some women that will seek just that from other people that are gifted in those areas, but she loves her boyfriend. She don't love the person that she's stepping out with. She loves her boyfriend.
Well, then we need to discuss, is it the size?
These are all different things. These are all different things. There's somebody in the hood that can't afford to take their woman to Fontainebleau, you know what I'm saying, or take them on trips, but there's somebody that would. There's someone that can.
So she's cheating.
There's people that you gotta remember. There's so many different reasons. So many different reasons. But at the end of the day, nobody really wants to be alone.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Hold on, what Drake say? Don't nobody want to be 70 and alone?
It's true, but I might wait till I'm 70 just to start.
Whatever. Last caller on the line. Go rise and call you live.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Hey, baby.
Good morning.
Question. How do you turn off love when you're in a committed relationship? Meaning, can you stop loving another person? How could I put it?
Hold on, I got you. Like, if you're in a relationship and you and that person break up, can you just cut off the love?
In a committed relationship, but someone else on the side caught my eyes and
see?
How can I turn off?
See?
Like, not loving that.
Oh, see? Baby, if somebody else caught your eye,
it's too late, baby. It's too late. It's too late.
So was she supposed to just give in to temptation?
No, see, that's the thing. It's the communication. What is the reason why your eyes are wandering? I feel like if you're in front of someone that is like an ideal woman, I don't care. I have friends. I'm single, but like my friends, when I go out with them, if I know, because I care about them, I know that they're committed and they love the person that they're with, I'm not going to put that around them or even throw it, look at this or check this out. I'm not saving them. I respect my friends and I respect true love. And one of my partners was talking to me about it. It was like, until you put it in this perspective is when I really got it. It was like, this is my best friend. You have people that are moving around with no foundation. This is my best friend. Asking me to cheat on my girlfriend or my fiance or my wife is like asking me to stab you in the back. I can't do that. When you put it in that perspective, it's like, I understand where you're coming from.
Okay. So what if she's in a committed relationship and somebody caught her eye on the side?
So where is it? You have to realize you have to identify and be real with yourself. Why? Is it a physical? Is it just like, okay, this person looks good? Or is it the way the person makes them feel? Like I've had people tell me, you make me feel like this. or I've never been, no, you know what I'm saying? The way you touch me, the way you talk to me, you make me feel like a woman. There's certain things
maybe at some point in time it was like a vulnerability. She got into a relationship because of the vulnerability, and now this dude on the other side, she thinks is her soulmate.
See,
how do you, when you involved with
I don't have the answers, right?
Wait.
You're not supposed to love again. I mean, how do you stop the love from going to someone else?
Hold up,
Two people at the same time?
Oh,
she said, can you love two people at the same time?
Can you love two people at the same time?
Yeah, it's possible.
Oh God,
it's possible. That's the thing. She's being real with herself, though. That's the honest part that no one wants to hear. You can't love two people at the same time. Like what? I can't multitask. It's emotions.
Because if that's the case, I can't love a Nari and a Saria because I have to choose one.
That's what I'm saying. However,
so what is she
I feel as though in her
now?
situation, you gotta realize like you don't know what you're really getting into. Like just because it looks nice on the other side, it ain't always nice on the other side. Yeah. I'm a firm believer in staying down until you come up. So meaning the person that's with you, that's been there, you owe that person that respect to at least try to make things work. You know what I'm saying? And not step out.
Oh, we don't have any issues. No issues.
So how do you feel about laying next to your man? How do you feel about laying next to your man and knowing that there is another man that you think about that makes you happy or puts a smile on your face? Like how does that feel?
Damn.
Happy.
What you say?
So hold on. When you're with your man, you've never thought of this other guy. When you're with your dude, you've never thought of the other one.
I'm into him and that's it.
So I'm lost.
So how did the other one even catch your eye then? If you were so focused on dude?
Asking, once I'm in love, how could I stop the love so I don't go love another person? I mean, how could I stop it?
Well, if you're in love with somebody, you're in love with them. You know what I'm saying? Some people try to feel like, okay, we failed at this. If we're not together, we're supposed to be together forever. And just because you broke up, this is a failure. Like people don't realize that you're allowed to grow with certain individuals. You guys can be in each other's lives for a certain period of time and you know what I'm saying, and help each other and grow from that. But that doesn't mean that it was a failure. That's just not your match. That might not be the person that you're meant to spend the rest of your life with. You know what I'm saying? Just because the fact that you're attracted to someone else outside of your situation, that's a red flag already right there. So you can't love. It's not going to work because the second
she started laughing.
Yeah, the second that the person starts to step out on you, it's like, what you gonna do then? Something
to think about.
Definitely.
Okay, baby. Thank you. Lord have mercy. Flyboy Dizzy.
Yo. We get personal with the people.
Well, we're actually done. We're done. So Dizzy, let them know how they can find you. Where do you be at?
We everywhere. We're everywhere.
Online, Flyboy Dizzy.
In the street, in person. Website, www.itsdizzy.com. It's dizzy.com. SoundCloud, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, everywhere. So check out the content. Check out some of the music. Working on a new project called 10K right now.
An amazing artist. We played his music on air multiple times. Of course we do. Of course we do. Dizzy, we love you.
Love y'all too, man.
All right. So Big City 101.3 FM. If you missed any of today's conversation, head over to mixcloud.com. TAYLAANDRE. I love you. I appreciate you. Mwah.
You know what it is? It's DJ Sus One, the feature presentation. Listen, make sure you wake up with Tayla Andre Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 a.m. on Big City 101.3 FM. Wake up with the Radio Rebel. Politics, news, conspiracies. Wake up your third eye with unorthodox conversations leading to universal consciousness. It's the type of stuff I'm into, all right? Make sure you tune in. Let's go. This is the Champion Dial. Champion Dial. Big City.
Some of that shit get real personal, man. You can't be asking them hypothetical questions. You gotta flip it on them and get get the real answer. Oh, you know, this is what I'm doing alongside KP Media brings to you the team called Big City Friday. Friday, 29, taking place inside the Champagne Hall. 1102 Blue Hill Avenue, Boston. Special guest DJs to be announced weekly from Big City 101.3 FM. Starting from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. every Friday. Spinning the best in soca, reggae, R&B, top 40 and more. Big City Friday. Going out each and every Friday inside Champagne Hall. 1102 Blue Hill Avenue.
Knock a ting, knock a ting, everybody knock a ting, knock a ting, everybody knock a ting, knock a ting, everybody knock a ting. Lion Entertainment and Dragon Promotion brings you Juggling to Kill. Juggling to Kill. Boston meets New York.
I'm about to get off this shit.
Off Periscope?
Yeah.
Come talk to the YouTubers.
Are they in there? I don't talk to myself. That's why I'm at the.
You're not talking to yourself because it ends up going onto YouTube, and when it's on YouTube, people get to watch it whenever. So if no one's in the room now,
What am I supposed to say?
whatever you
To
want to
nobody.
say.
It's different.
Nobody is in the room right now. It's a chat room right now, but then it will be uploaded onto YouTube and it will be a video.
You edit it?
Do you want to edit it?
I'm just asking a question.
Because I don't know how to edit it.
What are we gonna talk about?
We can do a show. We'll do
Let's go.
a X-rated off-air.
Let's go.
And
Right now, we starting right now in the middle of the broadcast.
No, we'll restart.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay. Big City 101.3 FM. Wake up with Tayla Andre. It's Dizzy. Look at the sweater. Look at the sweater. Hey.
That's me right there.
He's a cartoon character.